They thought ending the world would end the war. That much was passed down. Everything else has been lost. When the bombs dropped, 80% of Australia's population was wiped out, just like that. Those who weren't immediately vaporised carried the radiation inland, poisoning all the pretty places they crawled to. The desert swallowed the rest. Despite it all, we survived. We rebuilt. We even formed strong enough allegiances to have wars of our own. But these wars were of disease, of hunger, of people who'd forgotten the sacrifices that have always been made beyond the steady glows of the cities that now choked with dust. Our great-grandparents made it. We will too. All it takes to thrive in this new world is guts, grit, and hard yakka. That's where you come in.
You made it. Good. My name's Jake Anderson, and this here's Bally Hall. Truth to tell, wasn't sure you'd make it. Between the wildlife and the attacks we'd seen, thought you might have met with some misadventure. Aldersyde's dropped off the radio waves. Could be nothing, it could be something. Either way, Surveyors Guild wants you to take a look. Me and Jonesy will tag along to help out, in case it's the something. Then we'll head to Kokeby to escort our mate Mick back to Brookton. Sounds simple, but Mick's the mayor of the bloody town, so Let's all just get him home in one piece, yeah? It's an easy job, not expecting much trouble, but better safe than sorry, yeah? Let me introduce you around. Ella's over here, she's my second. My cousin too, her and her sister Mad, who's keeping watch from the crow's nest. Don't get on their bad sides.
New blood, eh, Jake?
New surveyor. Remember how I told you the guild's updating its maps for the area and hired us for protection? This is it. Figured we'd make Aldersyde the first stop, since we haven't heard from him in a while. Jonesy and I are going to make sure everyone's cozy and safe. While we prep for the trip, why don't you show the newcomer around?
Let's go.
Who's this then?
Surveyor. The guild's asked us to see why no one can raise Aldersyde on the radio. Jake and Jonesy are going to be an escort for this one while we head on to Kokeby.
Sure thing. Good luck in Aldersyde. Name's Jonesy, mate. Who are you?
That trip you and Jake are taking to Aldersyde. Seems he's coming with you. Surveyor's Guild wants to check the place out too. Don't let him fool you. Under that bloodthirsty exterior lurks, well, the heart of a killer. But under that, not a bad guy. Not if he's on your side. Well, unless you're a farmer. Then you should lock up your wife and daughters, livestock too.
Ah, you know me so well, Ellie. Except the livestock thing, no one can prove that.
Mad. The surveyor's headed to Aldersyde with Jake and Jonesy. That's all we're gonna get out of her. Come on, let's go.
Heard you having your chin wags with everyone. How you finding Ella? She's rough round the edges, but then we all are. It's why I like to have her squire people around. Anyway, what'd you think of the place? Not that there's been a flood in my lifetime, but Grandma did mention wading through water tits deep with a baby camel over her shoulders back when they were first getting set up. She really thought of everything when she designed this place. Anyway, it's about time to head to Aldersyde, yeah? Should be safe and easy. When we've wrapped up there, we'll meet up with the others up in Kokeby, and then we'll meet up with Mick, Brookton's leader, and follow them back to Brookton. Mick can be a real charmer, or he can be a right bastard. He's a hard man, so it's best not to bullshit him. He's Jonesy's adopted dad, so once you meet him, you'll understand Jonesy better. Anything else you need from Bally before we go? Oh, I would be deeply offended if I was smart enough to understand that, I'm sure. But look, keep your skin in one piece, yeah? And this goes double for you, Mishti. If you're outside the gate, don't let your guard down. Welcome to Aldersyde, mate.
A thin, ashen-faced man hides behind the tree, clutching a hand over his belly. His shirt is soaking up the blood from a horrific wound. He's gasping for air, but waves his other hand at you, shooing you off.
Oi, Aldersyde! It's Jake with the scouts! Don't fucking shoot!
That was a bloody mess. But what was that he said about raiders? An army out near Beverly? We should go check that out. When we get comms back up, we'll pass the word along. Make sure everyone's in good shape.
Don't shoot, you pricks!
Couple things. First, you've been off the radio for a while. Neighbours started to get a little concerned, you know. Asked us to come down and make sure you lot are okay. Right, we've seen what we need to see here. Ready to head out to Kokeby?
Welcome to Kokeby, stranger. Welcome to Kokeby, stranger. Well, we hired a mercenary, Ian Mason, to help protect the town. I want you to convince him to move on. Go terrorize someone else. And to stop being such a fucking crybaby.
I'm a little girl and my big brother's not here.
Go sit on a rusty spike and rotate, you old filthy bastard. So yeah, I want him gone, thanks.
Hello there, Tina. Lovely as the day is long, as always. It certainly has. Had some excitement in the morning. Had to deal with some diplomacy after that. Not a bad day's work, if I say so myself.
Welcome to Kokeby, though maybe you come here all the time. Sorry, I've been out of the trading game for a while. Need any water? See you when you're thirsty.
We'll take you to Brookton when you're ready to go. It always pays to travel in packs. Need to make sure we're all squared up with Tina before we roll out. Oi, you no-good swindler! Why, you cheeky ankle biter? I order! Right then, we're on the road. We'll see you in a bit, eh? Well now, it's getting late. But here we are.
If you're here to help out, we're glad to have you. Sean Taylor of Taylor's Farm. Pleased to meet you.
Spit it out then. Well, Mr. Not a Diplomat, why don't you piss off back home and tell your overlords that if they want us kissing their boots, they're going to have to prove those boots are worth the tongue. Till they can, answer's a hard no. Oh, I'm gonna need a beer or 5 after that ordeal.
Pub o'clock, yeah? I'm parched. Hope we'll see you in there.
Anyway, Dreamer, I'm gone. I'd say don't do anything I wouldn't, but you're already way past that point if you're keen on a dickhead like Henry. I'll tell Matt you're drinking her beer.
Atta boy. Let's get down to brass tacks. Well then, here we... Now, tell me I'm wrong. I like you, kid. Maybe there's more to you than I gave you credit for.
The sound of hail reaches your ears a moment before Sean bursts into the pub, screams and cloying smoke trailing in his wake.
Get out of here! We're under attack!
Bloody mongrels! Let's show them what it means to tangle with Brookton. I said not yet.
Bloody hell. Without warning, the raiders were just there, cutting down people as they ran, eviscerating anyone who didn't, and burning everything else. Brookton was a growing community, making the most of a shitty situation after the world went and fucked itself. Brookton was, with no hope now. People scattered and ran, some were found too late. Many weren't found at all. Morning comes, cold, with a hint of fire on the horizon as you cross the vast red desert. The pale faces of the survivors who reached Bally Hall were ovals of white in the darkness when you left, watching as you, Mick, Ella and Mad begin your trek towards the answers none of you were sure you wanted to find. Smoke no longer rises from Brookton. The visiting winds have carried it away in the night. You listen for the cries of the wounded, but hear only silence. Even the dawn chorus of kookaburras chattering in the trees is absent, chased away by the smell of blood and gunpowder. Mick leads you through the gate, then stops. That's when the nightmare becomes real.
Right. Spread out and look for survivors. Scouts will hold up around the pub, last time I saw. We'll meet up at the cricket pitch. Be thorough, but quick.
Well, this place has seen better days.